Thanksgiving! Hey, how's it going, guys? As you probably guessed, I really love Thanksgiving, so, I decided today I'm going to show you some of my go-tos for cooking on Thanksgiving. So, yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's just get right on it. Okay, so the first thing I usually make every year is sweet hot mustard, which I've got my ingredients lined up here. You'll need salt, sugar, dry mustard, vinegar, and crushed red pepper. Now, I say you'll need these things, but, you know, you're not watching this until the day of, so I doubt you'll have time to make it unless you've bookmarked this video for next year. I'm just showing you what I've done. I'm just showing you my handiwork here, so yeah, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is put about half a cup of mustard in a bowl. That's right, we are measuring these. That's how seriously I take these recipes. And you also get half a cup of vinegar. Just swish that around in the bowl so that they combine, and then let that sit for like 2 hours, which gives us plenty of time to make the other things we need. So now I'm making spiced nuts, which requires Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, cumin, celery salt, seasoned salt, and cayenne powder, but we didn't have that, and I forgot to get any, so I used chili powder this time. And of course, nuts. So you start by melting about I think it was like 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't have the recipe with me, but I will post these recipes in the comments. So yeah, let's continue. So yeah, you just melt about like 2 tablespoons of butter in a saucepan. And then once that butter's melted, you get your dry ingredients, pour those in. And then you also pour in your Worcestershire sauce. And you start stirring that around until they're all incorporated. And once they are, you grab your nuts. And you just keep stirring until the nuts are all shiny with the delicious sauce that you've made. Yeah, so you stir for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then once everything's all mixed together, put your phone in your jacket pocket, and then pour the nuts into a baking sheet, which you can't really see here because again, no head cam. Had to put my phone in my pocket. Yeah, you just arrange those nuts in an even layer, and pop that bad boy in the oven. Yeah, you put it in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you're not lazy like I am, you'll want to shake the pan occasionally, but, I didn't do that, so these are going to come out a bit burnt, but they're delicious either way, so yeah, let's move on to the next recipe. Alright, so the third and last thing that I will be showing you today is 2 kinds of chocolate truffles. And so for your base, you'll need heavy cream, baking chocolate, softened butter, and cocoa powder. Well, okay, that's not really for the base, but you'll see what it's for eventually. And then, of course, for your for your mix-ins, you'll need peppermint extract and ground cinnamon, respectively. And yeah, that was about enough time to for the nuts to finish cooking. Look at that. Again, they look a little burnt, but they are delicious either way. Now, to make your truffle base, you'll put all your ingredients except for the cocoa powder and whatever you're mixing into it in a double boiler. Now, if you don't have a double boiler, here's a trick. You can boil a little bit of water in one saucepan, and then just put another saucepan on top of it. So then, you pour in about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, reduce it to about 2 tablespoons, some baking chocolate. I ended up using the whole bag, even though the recipe only called for like half the bag. I'll post exact measurements in the comments. So you start stirring that up until the chocolate's melted. It might take a while, it might take a while here because I used a lot. Then once your chocolate is sufficiently melted, you put in some butter. You put in your butter. Get in there, you bastard. 1 sec. Come on, get off that damn plate, son of a bitch. You put in your butter. Fuck you. Alright, you put in your motherfucking goddamn butter. And then, once again, you begin the stirring. And then, once your butter is totally melted, if you use the right amount of chocolate, it should be like... It should look, well, like melted chocolate, but... yeah, because of the amount of chocolate I used, it kind of looks like something else right now. But the end result will be about the same. So once everything is melted and ready to go, you pour it into however many however many bowls you're planning to use. Yeah, since I'm making 2 different kinds of chocolate truffles, I opted for 2 bowls. But if you're only making 1, you'll only need 1. So for your peppermint truffles, you pour in just a dash of peppermint oil. If you put too much, the peppermint will like overwhelm everything else. It's like you might as well just be eating soft peppermint patties. And then you sprinkle in some cinnamon into your cinnamon truffles, obviously. And you mix that up with a spoon. Of course, if you're only making 1 kind of truffles, you could just mix that in while it's cooking in the pan, which would probably better incorporate the flavor. Because the cinnamon ones that I made came out tasting not too much like cinnamon. The mint ones came out just right though, but you'll see more about that later. And then you pop that into holy shit, that's a full fridge. All right, well. Once your truffles, once your bases are sufficiently cooled, pour some cocoa powder into a bowl. Yeah, just get yourself a little station. Put out your bowl with the base. You want to make sure, you want to make sure your chocolate has completely hardened, like to the point where you get resistance when you dig your spoon into it. Because I got a little impatient while waiting to make the cinnamon truffles, so my chocolate ended up soft and crumbly. But I waited a little longer to make the peppermint ones. Yeah, so what you do, I'm just showing you this to show you how you do it. So you take a spoonful of your mix and kind of roll it into a ball. I'm having a little difficulty doing it because one hand is holding my phone and the other is trying to roll it into a ball one-handed, and then you roll it around in the cocoa powder. Pick it up with a little bit of difficulty because it's soft and melty and getting all over my gloves, and then you just plop it on in there and you rinse and repeat until there's no chocolate left in the bowl. And now, cut to about 2 hours later, our mustard is ready. So what you want to do is you want to beat a couple eggs. You want to gently beat them. Yeah, beat them very gently. And once again, you make a double boiler. Pour in your mustard vinegar mixture. Then you pour in your dry ingredients. And lastly, the eggs. And then you want to immediately start stirring this. I mean, like right away, as fast as possible. Like have a spoon at the ready, because the eggs will scramble if you don't start stirring right away. And the last thing you want is an eggy mustard. So then you stir that bad boy until everything's incorporated and the mixture has become nice and thick. It's like once the egg curds, like once you start to see egg curds, that's when it's ready. That's when you remove your mustard from the heat. So yeah, once it looks like this, that's when it's time to remove it from the heat and set it aside to cool. Finally, it's time to finish our truffles. I put my phone in my pocket once again. This time for the mint truffles, I made sure it was totally cool. So yeah, you want to roll your truffles like that. Rolling them into a nice little ball. Sorry you can't really see much. Yeah, they should look like that. And there you go. Those are my 3 go-to items that I make every Thanksgiving. They're always big hits, especially the mustard. Like people are always like fighting each other every year to have more mustard. yeah, it's what I got.
By the way, rain frogs, do any of you have Mastodon? Mastodon these nuts?
And there you go. That is my Thanksgiving routine. Every year, I also made an apple pie, but that was a little too complicated for a video on its own. Yeah, like that. The apple pie takes like at least 2 hours, so that would be better suited to a stream. So yeah, it's probably better saved for when I have when I can afford a head cam and internet. But yeah, there you go. If you enjoyed this video, then no further actions required on your part. Have a happy Thanksgiving.